Ryan Flipalicious on Instagram. I think I just copy and pasted that. I think I would have remembered typing in the word Flipalicious. Why would someone use Pils in a New England style IPA and not Maris Otter or Two Row? These are my thoughts. First of all, Maris Otter is a clear one. Maris Otter is a character forward base malt. It's a little bit darker. A lot of base malts you're going to see. Pills can be 1.5 to 1.7, maybe 2 Lovibond. You know, your 2-row is probably still going to be around 2 plus or minus a little bit. But dude, Maris Otter, you can get Maris Otter, you know, 3 to 4. You know, twice as, and that's not like insane, but it's twice as much. And those malt have that malt has a lot more character in my mind. You know, we're talking about, you know, on the scale of white bread, right? But they have a lot more character. The toastiness, the nuttiness, you know, the whole thing, the biscuity thing. So Maris Otter is pretty flavor forward for base malt. So that's why I would kick Maris Otter out of that group. I think you can use both 2-row and Pils for New England style IPA. I personally really enjoy using Pils for it because it is the palest, at least of the malts that I'm getting, the maltsters that I'm using. It is the palest, and I'm very sensitive to the idea of putting too much color into a New England style IPA and then coupling that with the haze that can come with that style, getting something that looks murky, right? You know, a golden beer with a ton of haze in it, it looks gross, man. It looks like puke, right? So if you can make a really pale beer and then have some haze in it, like it's a bit more appetizing to me. That's just, you know, personal, whatever. I'm not saying you can't make a great New England style beer with Maris Otter, but I think in general, the other point too is I think New England style IPA and I would argue sometimes IPA in general is for my preference is a style that you want the malt to get out of the way of the hops. If you can taste malt in my IPAs, you know, like, you know, nuanced malt character, I'm dropping the ball. That's not what I'm trying to do with them. Depending on what, you know, what type of IPA or whatever it is, I usually want dense, saturated, hot flavor and aroma, just enough bitterness, pith, kind of from that intense citrus thing to balance those out. And dude, that's really it. So I think that's the malt approach with New England style beer is kind of putting the more flavor forward, more characterful malts aside, so you can spotlight hops. What you do want in that grist though is to have that soft, pillowy. So that's why sometimes you'll see wheat used in there, and you'll see oats, all these things to kind of lift the body and the softness of those beers from a grist perspective.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.